Come on, 2 aces from Dementieva in 2 service games.
2 games over.
Well, I think it looks better, this serve. I'm going to be honest. I prefer what she's doing. It looks slightly less sort of jerky, the action. Even though it stutters a tiny bit at the beginning of it, it just looks straighter and more confident.
She's going to appeal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think
Schynder is challenging
unsuccessfully.
the ball on the left far sideline. The ball was called out.
For those of you who weren't with us in the afternoon, we have Hawkeye with us. Well wide.
Well, you can see the trajectory on the ball there from Patty Schynder. She
Schynder
just gets
has one
so much
challenge remaining.
variations of height over the net.
Love 13.
Players allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges per set. Have as many as they like as long as they're successful. Plus you get an extra one. And that was closer, but no challenge, understandably. And that's a
15,
super
13.
ace. Not 2 each already.
Yeah, I think the second ace she's done on exactly that spot. Wonderful serve there, and she's also another
Release.
player who can really mix it up. Very difficult to read this serve. It's a real weapon in her armoury there. She can really mix the serves up, serve every single direction, put different trajectories on her serve as well. Different spins.
Thirty, 40.
So the first double from Schynder, and it brings up the first break point. Yeah, well played. Backhand set it up. Forehand finished it off. First break to Dementieva.
Dementieva leads by 3 games to 2.
And she moves ahead by 3 games to 2.
The Hybrid Minute, presented by Toyota Hybrid Synergy Drive. A vehicle with this logo is a combination of highly advanced technology. The ignition is powered by an electric motor coupled to a battery. When cruising, the system combines both petrol engine and electric motor. The battery is recharged using the energy usually wasted during deceleration and braking. Among its 4 benefits, let's focus on fuel efficiency.
I drive around the city mainly for work and shopping. This involves constant stopping and running. My Prius intelligently uses the engine and electric motor together and burns less fuel. I don't need to go as often to the pump as for a normal car.
Normally, power has been incompatible with fuel efficiency, but Toyota's hybrid vehicle delivers high acceleration performance. These 4 benefits have appealed to 1 million Toyota hybrid drivers, leading to the reduction of CO2 emissions by 3.5 million tonnes in 10 years. What will your reason be?
Three-two with a break now. Schynder doing so well because that approach shot was right onto the line. to keep the ball low and force Dementieva to play a difficult volley.
But also just how much variety she has in her game as well. Just a slight flick of the wrist there to do something more with that ball. It made it a very, very difficult volley for Dementieva.
Love 13.
Oh, so much movement on the ball from Patty Schynder once again.
Good crowd in for this first evening session, and they're of all ages. Schynder setting up a great chance to break straight back.
Love 14.
Well, I think the crowd enjoyed that one. And again, just so versatile out here as a tennis player. Quick to move up the court, play the dry volley, and then the little dink drop volley. Beautiful to watch. So calm as she played that one.
Bided her time, waited for Schynder to commit herself.
Well, being very aggressive off both wings here. Look at the depth on these ground strokes. Gets this ball out in front.
Real extra pace on that one from Schynder, and she does break straight back, 3-all.
3 games all.
So only 18 minutes played so far, but some pretty intense stuff being played out here already. Two very, very stubborn players mentally.
Another excellent rally.
15 love.
Well, again, it's so many angles being produced. She really does use the full court out there. You know, her opponents, whoever she's playing, are being made to run, you know, every single different direction.
Twice a Grand Slam finalist, of course. Dementieva has been as high as 4 in the world. Schynder as high as 7. Two players with excellent pedigree.
What a beautiful second serve that was.
30-15.
She can't believe she couldn't read that one, and she was moving to her backhand side, but Patty then kicked it out to the forehand. And if you look at how this ball bounces, she throws it over her back shoulder, and that gets enormous kick off the deck.
40-15.
Very wily tennis player, Patty Schynder.
Yep, nicely placed. Schynder bounces back from dropping serve.
James Schynder.
2 games in a row. And
New
moves
ball
back
scores.
in front. It's actually 4-3 now.
Schynder leads
Schynder
by
not
4 games to 3.
3-all.
The land of Abu Dhabi, a land of adventure, beautiful but harsh. The wild arena for a tough team race over 7 very different disciplines. The Abu Dhabi Adventure Challenge, Wednesday evening at 7:30 on British Eurosport.
For extensive coverage on every sport, log on to eurosport.yahoo.co.uk with features like the live box giving you the latest scores and results, the running newsfeed keeping you up to date with every breaking story. And there's also the video player so you can watch exciting highlights, interviews and live streaming. eurosport.yahoo.co.uk, the complete online sports service.
So a fine start to this match, 1 break of serve apiece. Some excellent play from both of them. Most points being won by good play rather than unforced errors. 3-4 new balls.
Oh. 15 love.
Oh, really going for the winner early in that rally. Oh, was that in?
Yeah, it was.
Left second service.
Took its time, make up its mind. Very fortunate. But that one's out
15
off
off.
the net, so a second double. And we said if it got to this sort of stage, we'd find out just how good this new serve is. This is when the pressure's on, 3-4 down.
Oh. 30-15.
Well, surprising that, again, Schynder going for the early winner, and that serve really coming into her.
Well, I think the thing is, well, this might sound very cruel to say this, but sometimes I'm not even sure she knows which direction it's going, and she's just happy to get the ball into play, and she just sort of goes for it, and she's quite brave on it. But I think Schynder didn't even really know where that was coming from.
Forty 15.
Couple of loose forehand errors in this game from Schynder.
That was a good serve.
Dementieva.
It's 4-all.
4 games.
Have a look at a little graphic here, courtesy of Hawkeye. Patty Schneider's shot placement. She's really picking on Elena Dementieva's backhand. Nearly 3/4 going to that wing.
Love 15.
She's a player who gets incredibly emotional out on the court, but usually doesn't let it affect her play. You know, you can think she's so furious and cross inside, and yet can come up with some of her best tennis.
That's another excellent serve this time. The lefty's stock in trade. Dementieva's just going to have a little look at the mark.
15.
Decides not to appeal. Was she right not to appeal? Certainly was. Plumb on the line.
Oh. 30-15. Four to 15.
Terrific stuff.
Well, what a wonderful point this
14,
was.
13.
Once again, the full use of the court here. Both players being made to run and run. Pretty good drop shot there from Dementieva, but what a wonderful point this was. Nearly ran into the line judge there. Worth the extra effort.
Yet no, says Dementieva. Now Schynder wins another
Schynder
game.
leads by 5 games to 4.
Edges ahead in front. 5-4, I said. They're here from all ages. 5-4, first set, Schynder leads.
Strap yourself in for a blistering supercharged ride around the globe. With 3 world titles, Andy Brio is the undisputed boss. But for the pretenders, he's the main target. Watch the meanest of asphalt renegades in the most incredible adrenaline-pumping chase. Over 9 months and in 12 countries. Controlling the uncontrollable. With more mind-blowing racing sequences than ever, the WTCC puts you in the driver's seat. The World Touring Car Championship from Brazil, Sunday afternoon at 4 and 7, live on British Eurosport and at eurosport.yahoo.co.uk. It'll burn up your screen.
Speedy Entertainment, presented by Courtyard by Marriott Hotels.
British Eurosport's new fantasy tennis game is here. Subscribe now for free. Choose your players and prove yourself as the best team boss.
So now the real test of Dementieva's remodel serve, serving to stay in the set. Just checking the ball toss again.
Love 15.
Well, you could see her frustration out here. She's not being able to boss her opponent the way she would against many other players. Most of her ground strokes and power would stand up well, but not against Patty Schynder at the moment.
Oh dear. What an
15 all.
opportunity from Schynder. The depth on her first 2 ground strokes was superb. Had set up the point. I wonder if she changed her mind. I was expecting her to play the drop shot. Half an hour gone. Drop shot like that, absolutely perfect. Best we've seen today by a mile.
15-13.
And so confident on it as well. I mean, that's a big point to play it on 15 all in an important game, and she has no problem doubting herself on this one. Very quick up to this ball, but couldn't do anything with it. And look how she closes it down, takes away the angle from her opponent.
No, I think it's a bad call. I think the ball was on the
14.
line. Ooh. Well, even as Naraki, I thought she'd overruled for a moment. But what a miss by Dementieva. Had she missed? Oh, she did. That's extraordinary. And it gives 2 set points.
Well,
that's a good deep second serve. Still hard to believe she missed that smash.
It really is. It was agonising, wasn't it, to watch her? Even the way she shaped up to it, I kind of thought she got her feet in the wrong position and just got tight on it.
Deuce.
That's great mental fortitude, really, given that you played an absolute howler.
And there's her mum who had to agonise through it. But the one thing I'll always say about her is she is so brave out there on the tennis court. Doesn't matter how many double faults she throws in, she just comes back out onto the line and keeps fighting.
Advantage, Dementieva. Game, Dementieva.
Well, what a hold. To go 2 set points down when you miss a smash that even I'd have been disgraceful to miss. And then she held serve.
Well, it was hard to see how she could miss it because she was standing almost over the top of the net when she played it, but I guess she caught out of the corner of her eye. Schynder was just starting to move, and even then she went the other direction and missed it. It was quite bizarre. Well, I think Paddy Schynder will have to put that game behind her.
5-all. serves wide.
Love it.
There's that left-hander swinging serve out wide.
15 all.
I always think they should be banned, lefties.
Me too. It's just the way the ball comes at you. It just feels different on the strings. It's much harder to control.
Third ace, incidentally. Schneider's forehand is letting her down, and she seems to be leaning back when she's playing it, coming off the ball a little.
Well, I think she's also just getting a little bit impatient out there as well. Just going for the big winner a little bit too soon in the rally, pulling off that forehand on that occasion. Well, I'm not sure what happened there.
I think there's been a call of out on the serve. Paddy Schneider's just coming up to have a little look at it.
Well, I thought the serve was in.
Yep, she's going to challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, Schneider is challenging the call on the right near sideline. The ball was called out.
So, was she right to challenge? I have a feeling she might be. Yep, just catches the sideline. So this will be a first serve.
First service.
So it seemed just a moment ago she had 2 set points, now in danger of falling behind. That was a super return. And Elena Dementieva, who seemed to have played herself into a big hole,
Dementieva leads by 6 games to 5.
climbed straight out of it and is now going to serve for the set. That's 6 games to 5. No, Paddy Schneider, one of these confounded left-handers who have this ability to swing the serve. Let's look at the way the 2 serves to the backhand court go. Or to the ad court, I should say. Now, notice how Schneider in the red. Look at it swinging away, whereas Dementieva, the right-handers, swings towards you. It'd probably be a little drastic to ban left-handers, but I think they should be made to serve the other way around. They have to serve to the ad court on the love all points, so that they end up with all the crunch points. They don't have the advantage of that swinging left-hander's serve.
That's an interesting thought, David. I never thought about that one before.
Because if you think about it, most game points are to the left court. Love 40, 30-40, or an advantage. It's only in a 40-50, 15-40 situation that they serve to the right court. So I'm no longer liked by any left-hander in the game as Dementieva serves for the set. It's that forehand
15 love.
breaks down.
Well, it is starting to break down, but you can also see how patient Dementieva is having to be throughout the course of these longer, drawn-out rallies. She's not getting such a clean strike on the ball because of the spins that are coming off Schneider's racket. She's having to wait for the right ball to be able to really hit out on it.
impressive shot by Dementieva. I understand why she played it. She was probably getting a little tired stretching so far.
15 all.
Well, that's exactly what I thought. I thought, it was quite a long, drawn-out rally, and she's being, taken further and further out wide by Patty Schneider's spin. I think she thought she'd just try and change things up a bit, but then got herself into all sorts of difficulty. Well, a surprising unforced error on that point.
Of course, earlier on in this set, Dementieva moved ahead and was broken back straight away. In danger of losing her serve and the lead once more, 15-40. Mind you, she was 15-40 down on her last service game and got out of it. Oh, that's a terrific point again.
Well, once again, just so brave here from Dementieva. Not the easiest of shot, that slice backhand, but look how she closes in, keeps the racket head up and just punches that one into the open space. Well, still got work to do in this game, though.
Now nice to see an old-fashioned punch volley rather than the dry volleys we see so much in the modern game. Just made it. And once again gets out of a 15-40 situation.
Well, she glanced up at her mum there, didn't she, just for approval. Mum must have been pretty happy with that point.
Not a great approach shot, too short.
Yeah, she never looked like winning this point, did she? Even though she had made the decision to come into the net way too short, and almost as if she completely lost the ball there in the lights.
Third break point of the game. She made it, or was it out? I think she's made it.
Deuce.
Yep. My word, that was so close. I wasn't certain about this one at all, Annabelle.
Well, I thought it clipped the line, to be honest. She just put so much into it. Just looked as if she put enough spin on the ball just to kind of hold that ball inside the line. Look at that one, smack on the line. Very, very brave point from Dementieva. Fighting so hard to try and take this first set. She might want a challenge on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dementieva is challenging the call on the right far sideline.
Now,
The
is
ball
this
was called out.
wishful thinking or not?
Eva watches the giant screen, as we all do. Wide it was. It's another break point, fourth of the game.
Advantage, Schynder. Dementieva has one challenge remaining.
Just missed it by the proverbial whisker.
Deuce.
Well, she really went for this one. She so rarely misses that.
Advantage, Dementieva.
It's bound to start thinking about all the chances. 2 set points in the last Dementieva service game, 4 break points in this. And now it's set point to the Russian for the first time. That's close, I would think. Schneider's going to challenge that one.
Call on the left far sideline. The ball was called out.
Desperately close, this one. Caught the outside edge.
Can you believe it?
Now is
Replay the point.
yeah.
Advantage, Dementieva.
Schneider not expecting to be given the point, even though it had produced an error. Still advantage, Dementieva. And therefore, of course, still set point. So deuce for the 4th time now. Terrific game, this one. Helicopter coming away from Dubai International Airport, which we're very close to.
Advantage, Schynder.
Well, she's absolutely livid with herself there. 2 backhand errors back to back. So unlike her. Normally so rock solid off both sides. You don't expect any cheap points out of her racket.
5th break point for Schneider. Yeah, eventually got the short ball that she was looking for. Schynder having to scamper from side to side.
Yes.
Well, a much more aggressive point there from Dementieva. Really took the ball on, particularly on the backhand side. Really started to hit out on it. And there, look at that one. Took it right at the top of that bounce. Early preparation, making no mistake about that one.
Using that squash-type shot with an open forehand, sets up her second set point. Went for that first serve, 174. Second serve has held up so far. Well, it's a super set in tennis. Schynder will know she had the chances to win it. She had 9 break points and converted on only 1. Dementieva 2 break points, converted on both of them. She takes the opening set, 7 games to 5.
Gala Salsa from Monaco, Saturday night at 9, live on British Eurosport.
British Eurosport's new fantasy tennis game is here. Subscribe now for free. Choose your players and prove yourself as the best team boss.
We all have a credit report. Yours could determine whether you get a yes or no when applying for credit and the rate of interest you pay. So if you're looking for a mortgage or home improvement loan, a new car, credit card or mobile phone, will the answer be yes or no? Credit Expert from Experian lets you access your credit report online, helping you get the yes you want. Take control of your credit history today. Visit creditexpert.co.uk now for your free 30-day trial.
The boxes are done up with this plastic strapping, which often gets left on the floor. I just caught my foot and went flying. My knee was too badly damaged to work and I couldn't keep up with the rent.
If you had an accident, the National Accident Helpline could help you claim the compensation you deserve, and you'll keep 100% of it because the costs are recovered from the other side.
I got £8,000. And the plastic? Well, that's sorted.
Find out free if you can make a no-win, no-fee claim. Call 0800 556 557 now.
So a super opening set, lasting 7 minutes shorter than the hour. Of course, for the first time in Dubai, we're having on-court coaching allowed at the end of sets, or if an opponent is having an injury timeout, as we saw in the afternoon session. So Rainer Hoffmann, coach and husband of Patti Schynder. Must be pretty tough. I mean, if he comes on and gives her advice and she follows it and loses the match, the matrimonial bedroom would be fairly interesting that night. You gave me the wrong advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, normally she lets him know how she feels, even when she's on the court. She gets pretty animated and pretty cross out there. But Dementieva, her opponent, has left the court, gone for a loo break. So just taking a little bit of extra time here.
Good crowd in for this opening night of what promises to be a fabulous 2 weeks of tennis. 7 of the top 10 in the world here, plus the 11th, 12th ranked players who are out in front of us. Winner of this match will go on to play Elena Bondarenko, who came from a set and a breakdown to beat Maria Kirilenko earlier today. There's George Horan in the centre, the number 2 at Dubai Duty Free. His wife Carmel just taking a sip of water. Being Irish, it's probably holy water.
Well, she's been gone a long time, David. I guess that gives Paddy Schynder a little bit of extra time to talk to her husband about what the tactics should be for this second set.
Just take the chances. That's all he's really got to say. You play pretty good. You gave yourself 9 break points. The trouble is you only converted on 1 of them. Just play the big points better. And that's what tennis is all about, really, isn't it, Hannibal? Few points in a match, in a close match, decide it.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, it comes down to what's going on inside a player's mind, whether they actually believe they can really hold their nerve and go for it when it really, really matters. And it's all about playing the pressure points well. But I thought that was terrific fighting from Dementieva in that first set.
Here's the view from the car park, just outside the Dubai Tennis Stadium. Lovely view at night, the traffic coming into the car park. Confirmation on the big scoreboard. You've noticed that Dementieva, I think the reason she's taken a little bit of time, she's actually had a change. Often does that. One of those players who perspires a lot and feels a little bit uncomfortable, so takes the opportunity to have a change, get into a fresh outfit.
Second set, Schynder to serve.
Second set, then Schynder to serve.
Love 15.
Oh, went for the drive volley and overcooked it.
Well, what a shame that was. She just set the point up so beautifully. She'd done all the hard work, got herself into the right position and just missed the drive volley.
Love 14.
Oh dear, this is a poor opening game here from Schynder. Last thing she needs, of course. Dementieva had 2 break points in the first set, converted on both. That was the difference. 2 of 2 is against 1 of 9.
Game
And continues in that vein, taking all her chances. Breaks to love. Start of the second set.
Well, that was a bit of a disaster of a game for Paddy Schynder out there. Very sloppy, a lot of unforced errors, and just went into a bit of a lull there. Lack of concentration, really not what she needed after such a tight first set. Well, at least her hubby's still smiling.
I'd give her all this advice on what she'd do. I know that feeling. It's when you've been out shopping with the missus, and after 3 hours she's gone back to the first shop, the first dress she looked and said, yeah, that's the one I'm going to have.
Yeah, that's all right.
15-all.
Both of them have used the angles well tonight.
Yeah, they have. I think Patty's the one who's got the greater ability to sort of bring the opponent out wider of that sort of double service line. But yeah, they've both got the use of the angles. But Patty's forehand just seems to be slightly letting her down a little bit.
Not many unforced errors from Schynder, but the vast majority of them coming off that forehand wing. Oh dear. That really was a poor double. Only her third of the match though, but tried to push that one in. No racket head speed at all.
No, she really sunk down into that one, didn't she? Really didn't get up after the ball. Let the ball do the dictating instead of the racket.
Now, having come up with a really poor second serve, pressure on this one. Two doubles in a row, and the old gremlins reappear.
That's exactly what I mean by putting it behind her so quickly and then just getting on with the next ball and just going for it. Very good attitude, despite the double faults that she throws into every single tennis match.
Advantage, Dementieva.
So another break point slips away from Patty Schynder. Another chance to break. She's had break points in the last 3 Dementieva service games, but hasn't taken any of them.
Love.
Just a second double from Patty Schynder.
Yeah, she really needs to get some intensity level back into her game, doesn't she? She's dropped right off the scale here. So much intensity after that first set, and she's just letting it slip away.
Quarter-finalist here last year, of course, Schynder, so her ranking would drop a little bit if she were to make a first-round exit. Down the line shot, so important in the modern game, opening up the court, stretching the opponent. Now it's Schneider's turn to come up with 2 doubles in the game.
Well, she just seems to be losing concentration. She's not somebody that serves a lot of double faults out here, but yeah, the shoulders have dropped a little bit. Just looks a bit fed up.
Again, it's the forehand that breaks down, and here's a point for the double break.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, David. I think she's pummeling that forehand side of Schynder, and she's sort of getting under her skin a little bit, getting into the head of Patty Schynder and just breaking it down.
Game, Dementieva.
3-love with 2 breaks to serve, and suddenly Elena Dementieva in the driving seat, and she continues to have not missed a single break point in the match.
Biathlon, back on the trail of the World Cup. The gun runners, strong, determined. They're on the move in South Korea. The Biathlon World Cup from Pyeongchang, with the men's sprint Wednesday morning at 9, live on British Eurosport.
The Poker Race Trophy puts you in the driving seat. Qualify for 6 poker semi-final events absolutely free. Live semi-finals on WTCC race days from 6 cool cities around the world. Win a semi-final and be in pole position to play for a guaranteed $500,000. So buckle up for the televised Race Trophy final in Austria. Fun.pokerroom.com, in cooperation with the FIA WTCC, proudly present the Poker Race Trophy. Qualify now at fun.pokerroom.com.
Gentlemen, Schynder is now receiving.
There's the lovely fountains in the little lake, little pond in the aviation club, and beyond it the swimming pool. That's where the players' locker rooms are, the aviation club, and lovely restaurant facilities and a spa. Excellent facilities here. And on court, poor Patty Schynder needing a little bit of treatment of the mind, I suspect, as well as to the right leg, having now lost, what is it, 6 straight games from 5-4 up in the first set. Now, whilst this treatment is going on, we can illustrate the fact that Elena Dementieva is really concentrating on the Schynder forehand. Remember, of course, Schynder is a left-hander, so Dementieva is going 55% of the time to the forehand of Schynder, only 45% of the time to the backhand, and it is the forehand that's breaking down.
Yeah, well, it's a tactic that's been very effective, hasn't it? And earlier on in that first set, I just felt that Schynder was really breaking down the rhythm of Dementieva with all those spins, and I didn't think that Dementieva was hitting the ball quite as cleanly as she would like to be against many other players. As I said, she likes to really blast through them and hit the ball hard and flat, and she's not able to do that in this match because of the way the ball is coming to her. But she's been patient enough to wait for the right ball, and she's sort of slowly broken down Patty Schneider's game. And as I said, she's a very emotional player out there on the court, and if you can get under her skin a little bit and get inside that head of hers, you know, you can come out on top. And Dementieva couldn't be more different in that department. She is so mentally tough, so stubborn out there on a court, and she will absolutely fight till the bitter end.
And wisely keeping warm, although it's a very warm evening. It will cool down a little bit. So keeping dancing, keeping working on that revised service action.
Well, she's ready to serve, and her opponent is lying flat on the floor.
Well, I get a few away, get a few cheap points.
Time.
Patty Schynder restored. But can she get back into the match? Dementieva a set and 3-love to the good and serving. Wow. She's hit some fabulous forehands on the run, Dementieva, tonight.
15.
Well, also, David, it's just what you said. Her athletic ability around a tennis court is phenomenal, and she moves so well. She anticipates so well as well. And it's very difficult to get that ball out of that hitting zone. Look at this. And not only did she get that back, she got it back with something on it as well.
So having missed wildly with the drive volley, wisely reverting to the punch. Yet another wild forehand from Patty Schynder. You feel that with each one, the chances are going. A little word to her husband, as if to say, why don't you go home? I'll see you in 5 minutes. Just pulls that one wide as well, and that's 4 games to love.
Yes, it's gone all in one direction now, this match. It's gained a momentum of its own. Totally swinging against Patty Schynder, and you feel like she's got to do something different now, because if she continues just to play at the same pace that she's playing at the moment, she's not going to be too much longer on court, so she's going to have to change something up here. Whether that be to attack more, to flatten out the shots she's hitting, or to try to get into the net more, but she's got to try and change something very, very quickly.
Well, we have a moment for Eurosport viewers who'll be leaving us after this match. Tomorrow's order of play starts with Anna Chakvetadze against Agnieszka Radwanska, then Sania Mirza plays Vera Dushevina. The 2 afternoon matches. And the evening session, 7 o'clock local time, which of course is 4 in Central Europe, 3 in Great Britain and Portugal. Maria Sharapova plays Agnes Shavai. Emily Mauresmo against Annabel Medina Rodriguez. Those are the matches we'll bring you tomorrow. Patty Schynder is going to appeal against that one to Hawker.
Left far sideline. The ball was called out.
Still waiting. Here we go. Called out, remember? Shouldn't have been. Replay the point.
Well, you can understand her frustration. Well, a match is not going your way anyway, and then you feel as if the line calls are going against you as well. It just adds to your frustration.
One senses that mentally Schneider's out of this match now.
Oh, she's just absolutely gone to pieces, hasn't she? Not thinking clearly out here, unsure what to do with the ball, hitting the ball very late now. And also rushing a little bit, David. I feel like she's just trying to get into the point so quickly. Needs to gather her thoughts together.
She's converted every single break point she's had tonight, Elena Dementieva, and she is barring a quite miraculous turnaround. Going to win this match. 5-love.
The Hybrid Minute, presented by Toyota Hybrid Synergy Drive. A vehicle with this logo is a combination of highly advanced technology. The ignition is powered by an electric motor coupled to a battery. When cruising, the system combines both petrol engine and electric motor. The battery is recharged using the energy usually wasted during deceleration and braking. Among its 4 benefits, let's focus on clean air. We love speeding down a beautiful country road, don't we? For Prius, at low speed, the engine is cut off and only the electric motor is activated. As a result, CO2 and NOx are controlled. Prius has cleared the strict regulations in Europe not only for CO2, but also for NOx. These 4 benefits have appealed to 1 million Toyota hybrid drivers, leading to the reduction of CO2 emissions by 3.5 million tonnes in 10 years. What will your reason be?
Elena Dementieva coming out to serve for the match. Really tight first set. A very one-sided second. Schneider can't wait to get off the court now, I'm afraid, and that's sad. Fight has gone from her. Well, hey, started with an ace, of course, and that's her 3rd ace. Brings her 3 match points.
Force 15.
that wraps it up. Shame, as I say, that the second set subsided after a terrific first set, but tremendous delight for Elena Dementieva, who fought so hard, surviving 2 set points in that first set, and then took advantage of the slump in form from Patty Schynder in the second set. So an hour and 21 minutes it takes for Elena Dementieva to win her first ever match in Dubai. She'll play Elena Bondarenko in the second round on Wednesday. We can look back on the highlights of our first match of the evening as Patty Schynder takes her leave. I thought it was a really high quality first set with some superb points. Dementieva showing her superb court coverage. Needed to get up to this one, but Schynder in the perfect position. Good anticipation there from Dementieva. You can see she was moving across to cover the cross court. So Dementieva racing through the second set. Let's have a look at the statistics, and she'll be thrilled with the fact that she only came up with 4 double faults, 58% of her serves in.
Sunshine tennis from the Gulf, as the world's most famous sportswomen demonstrate what they do best, serving up red-hot sporting entertainment. The WTA Tour from Dubai, every day and the final Saturday at 3, live on British Eurosport.
It happened at this factory where I work. The forklift reversed without looking and crushed me. I couldn't pay my mortgage or the bills. I needed compensation.
If you had an accident, the National Accident Helpline could help you claim the compensation you deserve, and you'll keep 100% of it because the costs are recovered from the other side.
I received £12,000 and my company has introduced new safety measures.
Call the National Accident Helpline now on 0800 556 557.
For extensive coverage on every sport, log on to eurosport.yahoo.co.uk, with features like the live box giving you the latest scores and results, the running newsfeed keeping you up to date with every breaking story. And there's also the video player, so you can watch exciting highlights, interviews and live streaming. eurosport.yahoo.co.uk, the complete online sports service.
This year, British Eurosport will show more live tennis than any other channel.
Covering over 35 tournaments.
Including Roland Garros.
The Australian Open.
The US Open.
The WTA and ATP Tours.
That's over 500 live matches.
And always with in-depth analysis
and commentary. So, as you can see, our commitment to live tennis is second to none.
Tennis, live on British Eurosport. Service unmatched.
It's a gorgeous day here in Dubai for the opening day of the Barclays Dubai Tennis Championships. 2 weeks of quite spectacular tennis to come here from the Dubai Tennis Stadium. I'm David Mercer, delighted to be alongside Annabel Croft. So the two players looking very similar with the long blonde hair, but the way to tell them apart is that this is Elena Bondarenko with the yellow top and slightly longer hair, I think.
Yes, she does. She's similar to Anna Kournikova, actually, isn't she, with the long plait at the back there. But as I said, this is a really difficult one to call, this match. I think it's going to be a lot as to who gets off to a really good start. I think Bondarenko has the slightly weaker serve, David. I think that's something that we're going to see Kirilenko try to exploit out there, particularly on the second serve. But it's going to be Kirilenko that kicks things off out here.
Incidentally, the winner of this match will